I lent this jumper to my sister last Christmas and I'm not sure I actually got a chance to wear it, but I know she was the last one that wore it. I just put it on. I know it's like this hole in it. Like, it's no big deal. I've had it for about 3 years now and it's a Primark job. But still, she could have told me. Anyway, day 3 of Vlogmas. I want to say I can't believe I've got this far already, but I'm filming these on the same day. So, yeah. And basically I thought today I'd talk about some Christmas traditions which seem a little bit unique to my family. So I have come up with 5 and let's see how we go. Number 1 is a rule my parents invented for as long as I can remember, and that is that you're not allowed downstairs on Christmas Day to go down the stairs, you know, the Christmas tree, until 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, as an adult, 8 o'clock in the morning is like perfectly fine by me. Like, it's a little bit of a lie and I quite enjoy it. But as a kid, you just want to get down and open your presents. They did always leave our stockings upstairs for us, either on the end of our beds or when we got a little bit older and we were like still awake when they were putting them up, and they used to like hang them on our doorknobs for us. But yeah, so we never had that like 5, 6 o'clock wake up, jump on mum and dad's bed. Also the way my house is set up, and because we were such a massive family growing up, my parents' bedroom was actually like downstairs. So yeah. So yeah, that's the first Christmas tradition. Number 2 is more to do with Advent, and we have this Advent calendar again. I know my mum made it when I was little, but I can't really remember much of Christmas without it. And it is this felt Advent calendar, and it's like about this. It's fairly big, and then around it you have 24 pockets. It's all felt, and inside each pocket is a different. And like on the main bit in the middle, it's like got a manger and a sky and a bit of like sand, and that's it. And then in each of the pockets there is a different character or thing from the nativity, from the manger to the star to angels to horns like that you blow, that the angels blow, cows, sheep, Mary, Joseph, Jesus, kings. I was gonna say queens. There's no queens in there. And we used to actually have like a rota when I was growing up with who would open what day. So like there was 5 of us, and it would be like so and so opens this day, so and so opens this day, and so opens like these days. Except for 24. So growing up until she was about 11 or 12, my little sister refused for anyone else to open number 24, because 24 is baby Jesus. And she was obsessed with babies, so she had to do 24. So my mum would do like, it'd literally be your every 5th day, apart from like Christmas Eve, in case like it wasn't done. And she also used to like some years like put a little chocolate coin in each one as well. However, I know a lot of families have Advent calendars like that, and my mum made them, and she actually made quite a lot, and my nan sold some of them for like a charity thing. All family tends to do it a little bit differently. So we've had Mary upside down on a donkey, which is standing on top of the stable. The star in the bottom corner, as far away from the scene as we can get. Literally everything. The king riding sheep. Someone like flying through the room. If you can make it look stupid, you make it look stupid. The chicken with a horn on its head like that, sitting somewhere. And then on Christmas Eve, my dad comes along and like sets it all out perfectly how it should be, but it's just such a laugh, like looking at what it looks like before it does. I think the last couple of years, like we've all just grown up a bit and like done it for him on Christmas Eve, but he was not having it for Christmas Day. All of Advent he can have it looking stupid. Christmas Day apparently not. Number 3 is something my family, and actually this isn't really unique to my family, a lot of families did it, and less so now they're all adults, but a lot when I was growing up, we would have like 2 Christmas days. So all of my older siblings are half. Technically, they're not. They're my brother and sisters, they're half. And my 2 sisters are from a previous relationship my dad had. And so every other year they'd be at their mum for Christmas. So growing up we used to have like 2 Christmas days if it was a year they were at their mum's. And so on Christmas Day, the 25th, we'd get up, me and my little sister and my brother who stayed at home, and we would have our stockings, and then we'd go down and have like maybe a few of our presents. Like if we had like a really big thing we were really excited for, my parents let us have it, and like maybe a few little things, and we'd have a Christmas dinner, and we'd have some of the grandparents around normally, not always. Oh, my grandparents are so confusing. Like, I have 4 sets of them technically growing up, so you couldn't have them all at once. But so and you'd have Christmas dinner, like the traditional Christmas dinner. You'd go to church in the morning, all of that, and then a couple of days later, after they got back from their mums, and they would always spend New Year's with us if they'd spent Christmas at their mums, we would have like a second Christmas where it'd be really chilled. It'd normally be in the afternoon if they got back from their mums in like 10 or whatever, and they'd have their presents, and we'd get a takeaway, and we'd have play with like stuff, and it'd be really relaxed and really nice. So yeah, also we ended up having to do Christmas in like, well, technically it's January. Every year it gets a little bit further along. One year I think we totally missed it, and one year we ended up doing it in July with my mum's dad and her sister, so my auntie and my granddad. We'd have Christmas with them a couple of months later, just because it gets so stressful trying to organise everything in Christmas that we just like postpone it to a little bit later. And it's like quite nice because then you end up getting more presents at like another random time. But the last time that happened, I think we did it in July. Anyway, so that's like another little Christmas tradition, having multiple Christmases. Number 4, we haven't done it in years, and I really want to bring it back. And I did it with my mum a couple of years ago, dropping off gingerbread houses I've made for people for Christmas, like on Christmas Eve. But generally we don't do it anymore. But it's a tradition from my childhood, which I miss, and I'm tempted to do myself this year, but I can't be bothered to write Christmas cards. Is we would write a ton of Christmas cards, and anyone we hadn't been able to give them to before Christmas, like not normally Christmas Eve, but normally around the 20th, after a carol service at church, we would get the Christmas cards and we would drive around where I live, and we would like post Christmas cards and look out for the best like Christmas light houses. And obviously in the UK we do it slightly differently to like America, where they go massively overboard and every other house is like totally decked out. But we'd like, there's like little areas where I live where they like go totally crazy, and it's really cool. And number 5, I don't think is particularly unique to just my family, but it's a massive tradition that I have managed to keep, even though I've worked in healthcare for the first 20 years of my life, and I'm, well, 19, I've got to do it this year, so hopefully I can't get really sick. And that is we go to church on Christmas morning, which is really like important to me and my family. And I'm not going to lie, not all my family members still go, but my parents still come, my little sister still comes. My older siblings, like one of my older sisters, she goes to her own church now on a Christmas morning, but personally I've always gone to my home church, and it's really, really special. Like, we still open presents and like stuff before we go, but it's really, really nice. And growing up, like they used to like leave a little time for you to go and show your presents off to your friends, and it's really nice because I see my family, like my church as my family, and it's nice to get to spend a little bit of the day with them. And it's not like a proper like traditional service, like my church wasn't about that anyway, but it'd be like telling jokes and maybe doing the 12 days of Christmas and like just having a laugh, and then like going home and cooking roast dinner. So yeah, those are like little 5 traditions that are kind of semi-unique to my family that I've experienced growing up. And if you've got any that you would like to link down below, tell me about down below, please feel free to. What do your family do at Christmas which makes it a little bit unique for you and a little bit special when you go home? I am so excited to go home for Christmas this year. Like I was saying, I've worked in healthcare for 2 years and I've always managed to get Christmas Day off. The first year I did have to work Boxing Day, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day to get Christmas Day off. And then the second year I was between contracts, which I totally didn't end one contract on the 20th and start the next one on the 2nd between permanent and bank for any particular reason. That was just how it conveniently ended up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, any traditions your family do, it'd be really interesting to know about. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye!